Who was the Bible written for? Often we think, oh, for me, right? For us. It was. But the Bible also was written for the people that lived 3,500 years ago when Moses captured the first 5 books. Those people were living in slavery. They were oppressed. They were being horrifically treated. Their children were being murdered by the administration. You know, the male children were being thrown into the river and all that stuff in Egypt. And God wrote a book to those people that began to encourage them. Now, the Bible actually started encouraging people before it was written down, because actually God spoke to Adam and Eve and gave them a great encouragement. He told them that a future descendant of theirs would destroy the devil and would bring salvation. That's Genesis 3:15. But that was great for 3,500 years, but God's word has continued to encourage the church for 2,000 years, since the New Testament. So the Old Testament has encouraged people for 3,500 years. The New Testament has encouraged people for 2,000 years. But there's something we don't sometimes think about because we're myopic. We're just thinking about what's right in front of us right now before our eyes. This book will continue to encourage and help saints to the very end. Remember, Jesus said his angels at the end are going to gather his elect from the 4 corners of the earth. They're going to be Christians that survive Revelation 8. They're going to live through what we're going to study right now. How do you think they make it? The same Bible that encouraged the Old Testament saints from Moses, the same Bible that encouraged the New Testament saints and since, is still working. And that same hope is implanted in our hearts. It's hope for every generation. That's what we have. And as we look at Revelation 8, we see how powerfully this hope offered by God can be. God's hope works even when the world is literally falling apart and everything else is hopeless.